guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alexa. As you can tell by the title of this video, today I will be doing a book haul of, I don't even know how many books there are. Let me count. 27 books. I don't have a problem. I don't know what you're talking about. Although these have not all been purchased like last week or whatever, like when I went to a bookstore recently. This has been a collective book haul since it started. This has been a collective book haul since about September. A few of these I got at a bargain books on a bargain book site. Then 5 of them I got at Books A Million on sale. And then there's another 7 that I got in the Barnes and Noble sales and Target and other. Basically, I don't think there's one of them. Maybe there's 2 that I paid full price, but the rest were on sale. So let's get into the books. Okay, so the first book that I'm gonna start with some rom-coms. So the first book is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I love Archer's Voice. I read it back, when did I read it? I think I read it on Libby back in 2021, I think, or 2022. No, 2022. But I really love this book. This is such an emotional good book. I'm actually planning on rereading it soon because it's just too good to just read once. I mean, hence why I bought it. Then we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Now this book is the second book in the, I don't know what's the name of the series, but basically it's Icebreaker was the first book. I almost said Ice Spice. No. Icebreaker was the first book. I read that one in one day back in April. I loved it so much. It was such a good, quick read. It was a 5 out of 5 stars for me. I loved it. And then I loved this one as well. I think I might have preferred this one, just general plot and character wise, but the first one has a special place in my heart because it's now this series is now one of my favorite book series, and it's the first book, so it introduces you to the characters, and I cannot wait for the next book that is coming out this year in 2024. I'm so excited for it. Then we have Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Now this one I got at a bargain book sale online. I don't even know what this is about, but I know it's a Lucy Score book. I love Lucy Score so much. She is, one of my favorite people on earth, Sometimes you just gotta read a good Lucy Score book. I loved her Knockmount series, her other book, what's it called? By a Thread. So when I saw this one for $5, I had to, especially that it's $22 full price. Then we have another Lucy Score book, which is Things We Left Behind, which is the third book, Lucien and Sloane's book in the Knockmount series. Now this book is a 5 out of 5 stars, I think. Can't remember actually, but from what I can remember, it was a 5 out of 5 star book. Basically, if you don't know Knockmount, the Knockmount series is basically a series small town in Virginia, and it's all romance with a dash of thriller in it. And I was so excited for this book, and it did not disappoint. I love Lucien and Sloane. They might be one of my favorite couples. No, I think they are my favorite couple in this series because I kind of relate to Sloane because she's a librarian. I love books, and just in general, I do relate to Sloane in the way that I am in love with Lucien? I don't know. But this one was very good. I read it already. If you couldn't tell by the way that I said I loved it. Then we have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. This is a YA rom-com. I started this a while ago, actually. I haven't finished it, but it's really good. Well, from what I've started, it's really good. I got this back in September. It's this I think it's friends to enemies to lovers, I think. Yeah, basically, so I will read you guys the little blurb. Bradley Graham, I think that's how you pronounce it, is pretty much perfect. He's a star football player. He manages his OCD well enough and comes out on top of all of his classes, except the one the ones he shares with Celine Bangura. They used to be best friends until Brad decided he was too cool for conspiracy theory obsessed Celine and literally abandoned her for the popular kids at the table. At least that's how Celine sees it. These days, Brad hates her gut and the feeling is mutual. So when Celine signs up for a 2-part survival course in the woods, she definitely doesn't expect to find Brad right beside her. Forced to work together for the chance to win the grand prize, Celine and Bradley must trudge through not just mud and dirt, but their messy past. As this adventure brings them closer, they start to remember all the good parts of their history. But has too much time passed? Or just enough to spark this new kind of relationship? Doesn't it sound so cute? And I'm obsessed with the cover. Amazing. Also, she is gorgeous, and so is he, you know? So, I had to. And it's pink. Now, next we have X's and O's by Amy Leah. This is the second book in, like, the Instagram influencers rom-com series. I haven't read the first one, but this one, she's a bookstagrammer. I had to, and I'm planning probably on reading it on Valentine's Day. I feel like this would be such a cute book. And I just love books that revolve around social media. Honestly, I know some people really hate it, but I like it. I find it fun. Next, we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Now, I know this is technically a part of a series, but I've seen some people read it like as a standalone, so I will. And then I might read the other books if I do want to read it, because it's interconnected standalones. Now this one, I've read one of Abby Jimenez's books, and I think it's The Friend Zone that I read, and I really liked it. It was really good, though I did cry. I definitely did cry during that one. You know why, if you've read that one. But yeah, I love the cover. It was on sale. It was a part of like a buy one get one half off sale at Books A Million. Now the next two I'm gonna just put together because they're a part of the same series. Yeah, the next books are Addicted After All and Hot House Flower by Kristen Becker Ritchie. This is a part of one of my favorite series of all time, the Addicted Calloway series. Basically, I have all of them up until this one, but basically they were re-releasing them. So I had gotten already Thrive for my birthday in 2022. Oh my goodness. But they're re-releasing all the books with Berkeley, but recently they actually put all the books in that series on Kindle Unlimited. So that's how I read them all. You may or may not have just seen me poke myself in the eye. After that, we have Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake. Now, I had seen this book pop up on my For You page at one point, but I didn't really know anything about it when I bought it, but it was like $7 Canadian dollars at Winners. So I got it because I just had to. You do not find $7 rom-coms every now and then. But yeah, this one looks like a cute little rom-com. It looks fun and all that. So, and I think the main character has ADHD, so that's great. I have ADHD. We'll get along great. We'll get along. She's a fictional character, but y'all know what I mean. Then we have Silver Girl by Ellen Hildebrand and 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand. I actually found these. I found these two at the little free library in my hometown, which is crazy to me because I never thought I'd see Ellen Hildebrand there. Not that I've ever read any Ellen Hildebrand, but I've seen Sarah Crowley, Destiny Sidwell, Haley Pham all rave about her books, so I had to. Probably gonna read them this summer though, because I feel like they're all summer books and it is currently winter. So I'll keep those for that moment. Then we have the Indigo exclusive of a copy of Love Redesigned. This one is by Lauren Asher. If you know me, you know I love Lauren Asher. Love all her books. This is the only one I haven't read yet. I'm like probably a few chapters in. But this is the new book. This is the first book in her new series, The Lake Wisteria, which actually she just announced the second book, which I'm so excited for. I really need to read this one. But yeah, it's basically a sequel series to the Dreamland Billionaires, kind of. Like, you see the characters in that book. After that, we have, wait, I'm trying to put them in an order that makes sense to hold them up. but the Daisy Hates and Magnolia books and Magnolia Park books. So we have Daisy Hates, Magnolia Park, The Long Way Home, and Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. I don't have the first one because they didn't have it and I've already read it. So actually I finished this one last night, guys. When I tell you I wanted to cry. I love this universe so much. So far this one is my favorite and I cannot wait to read these other two. So basically the entire vibe of the series is Gossip Girl, but make it London and a book. And I just love it. It's so good. Now we are into the fantasy territory, which is the rest of the books. So first we have, well, this was a rom-com fantasy. So this is What You're Gonna Do by Avery Flynn. I bought it thinking I'd read it in October. Haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna save it probably for next year on October, on spooky season. If you didn't know, I was in a huge reading slump in October. Like, I didn't start reading until the 28th. So that's that. Oh, wait, no, actually there's one book that's now that I think about it, that's a thriller. Don't know where, oh, there it is. I'll haul it after this one. But yeah, this one looks really cute. It's like a witch rom-com, if you can tell by the title. Then we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the first book in the Natural series. It's a thriller that revolves around these kids that are naturals and like stuff by the FBI, and it takes place in Quantico, Virginia, which is fun. After that we have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is the first book in this fantasy series. It's honestly, I don't know what it's about, but I saw Sarah Crowley read it and love it, so I had to, and the cover is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. All the flowers, and I had also seen people talk about it on TikTok, so I had to get it. It was on sale. Then we have Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I've been dying to read this book for so long, so I had to get it. I cannot wait. This is actually my current read. I'm about to start it tonight. It's 300 something pages, but it's the first book in the trilogy, and it's about, I think, these two, so basically I'll read the tiny little blurb. It's two sisters, one brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. I mean, if that doesn't wheel you in, I don't know what will. Then we have Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I don't have the rest of the series, but this one was on sale at Books A Million for, like, it was a bargain book. It was $9 instead of it being like $9 US instead of it being $19 US, and I would have paid, if I had bought it full price in Canada, that would have been 25 Canadian, and $9 US is about like 13 Canadian. So I bought it immediately. I didn't think twice about, well, no, I did think twice about buying it, but I was like, I need to own this series and I want to own it in paperback anyways. So then we have House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, which is the first book in the Crescent City series. I know it's a very big book. I'm intimidated by it, but I've read all other Sarah J. Maas series, so I thought I would read this one. And it had like the 20% stickers like they all do at Target, so I thought, why not get it? Because once again, this one is $25 Canadian here. After that, we have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of House of Sky and Breath. This one I got technically for free because I had spent $50 in the Barnes & Noble 33% off on all hardcovers. So since I had spent $50, I got a $20 credit, so I bought this one. Have I read the first one in the series? No, but I know I will love it because I know I love Sarah J. Maas's writing. Now this one is even bigger. I think there's like 1,000. Okay, no, there's 800 pages in this, so it might take me a while. But anyways, I'm not gonna buy the next one until it comes out in paperback, because if I have the first two in paperback, I'm getting the third one in a paperback. There's no way I'm buying it in hardcover. Then we have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Chalice of the Gods, which is the new Percy Jackson book. I'm sad though that it's this cover because I have the old covers. all of the other ones are in the old covers, other than this one, which is a hardcover, and this new cover, even though it's still gorgeous. But I am so excited. I love the Percy Jackson series. I am watching the TV show with my parents right now. Well, not right now because I'm filming this video. But I've loved this series. I've read all of the books up to the second book in, well, the most recent book I read was like the second book in the Magnus Chase. I've read up to the second book in the Magnus Chase series. I have a few books left to read. I have the Kane Chronicles, this one, and The Sun and the Star left to read, and the last book in the Magnus Chase series. Then we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This book is a fantasy enemies to lovers romance, and I cannot wait to read it. Basically, the whole story behind me in this book is that this book is written by Lauren Roberts, also known as Lauren's Library on TikTok, and I remember her writing this book in like 2021, and she released it, so I got it, of course, because I was so excited for her that she was releasing her book. And originally it was like being traditionally published, indie published, and now she got picked up by a publisher, so I had to go and support her. Then we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I read this one on my Kindle back in June, and I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. It's like an 800-page book, or like 500-page book, but it was like 800 pages on the Kindle, and when I tell you that I read it in 2 days, I'm not even joking. This is like a huge book, and I read it so quickly. I mean, yes, it's 400 pages in paperback, but like, this is the writing. No, 500 pages in hardcover, not paperback, but this one was so good. And then this one I bought during the 33% off sale at Barnes & Noble. And then I got this one, Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, which is the sequel. I haven't read this yet, but like, the writing is the same size, and it's 650 pages. It's a big book. Bigger than the like Throne of Glass books. Maybe not in pages, but the writing is a lot smaller, and the book is a lot taller. So I can't wait to get into this one. I read like the first chapter. I really loved it, so I cannot wait to like binge it when I can. Binge it. Like, I'm gonna need to find myself like a weekend where I'm like, I sit down and I don't get up until I finish this book. After that, we have Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. This is the first book in the like Shanghai something series. I forgot what it's called. I don't know. I think it's like 1930s Shanghai series. I love Chloe Gong's writing. I loved These Violent Delights Are Violent Ends, so I bought this one because I had to. I was forced to, you know, not physically forced to, but girl math forced to. Lastly, we have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I am an Emily Henry girl through and through. I love Emily Henry. I live, eat, sleep, breathe Emily Henry. Love her. So my parents got me this one when they were on vacation this summer at Books A Million. Thank you, Mom. And yeah, basically that concludes this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. What else? I mean, I hope you took one of these books and decided to buy it yourself. I myself am in a a book buying ban until April 23rd, because when I was on vacation in Florida over Christmas, I bought 12 books. I have a problem. So at that moment I was like, okay, let's slow down the book buying. Let's give yourself a chance to read the books that you're actually buying, and let's give my bookshelves a break because they're full. I might need to purchase a third shelf soon. So yeah, I think I'm at like 270 books now. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you guys. So yeah.